How can we truly comprehend the profound teachings presented to us? How can we move beyond words and superficial concepts to discover the very essence of truth? To deeply understand Jesus involves going beyond superficial practices and embracing the essence of his teachings. It urges us to use our minds wisely, reflecting on the deeper meaning of his words and applying that wisdom in our daily lives. The elder will not hesitate to ask a 7-day-old infant about the place of life, and they will live. For many who are first will be last, and the last first. And they will become a single unit. Gospel of Thomas. Have you ever stopped to think about how we perceive the world around us? Have you considered how our experiences and beliefs shape our interpretation of reality? Our experience of the world around us, what we call reality, is not fixed or immovable. It is actually influenced by how we interpret and understand things. This interpretation is shaped by the ideas and beliefs we have learned throughout our lives, especially by the norms and values of the society in which we live. For example, two people may witness the same event but interpret it differently based on their own experiences and beliefs. This means that our perception of reality is not objective but influenced by our own mental filters and the social context in which we operate. Essentially, each of us sees the world through a unique prism, colored by our experiences, biases, and individual perceptions. However, this process of interpretation can create a barrier between us and the true nature of reality. It distances us from a deeper and more authentic understanding of our surroundings. The proverb from the Gospel of Thomas invites us to overcome these limitations by perceiving reality with a renewed mind and heart. It challenges us to access a state of consciousness similar to that of a newborn child, where the mind is free from the conditioning and expectations we accumulate over time. In this state of pure consciousness, we are able to experience reality without the distortions of our prejudices and ingrained perceptions. It allows us to see the world with renewed clarity, as if we were witnessing its wonders for the first time. The passage reminds us that those willing to question their ingrained perceptions and open themselves to a deeper understanding of reality will be rewarded with a clearer vision and a more intimate connection with ultimate truth. Imagine that our conscious ego is like a voice in our head telling us who we are and how we should behave. This voice is influenced by our experiences and beliefs. Now, think of a 7-day-old baby. This baby doesn't have that voice in their head yet. They don't know the difference between what is real and what isn't. They simply experience the world as it is, without judgments or prejudices. As we grow, that voice in our head, our ego, develops and grows stronger. But if we truly want to understand who we are and what our true essence is, we need to reconnect with that state of innocence and openness we had as babies. It's as if within each of us, there is a 7-day-old child that retains that purity and connection with the essence of life. This inner child, referred to by various traditions such as Gnosticism, with terms like the divine spark, inner Christ, inner power, among other names, holds the key to understanding our true nature and finding the very source of life. Why specifically mention the 7-day-old child instead of a younger or older child? Well, this has significant symbolic meaning in many religious traditions. In the Bible, it is said that God created the world in 7 days, and the 7th day was a day of rest. This 7th day is considered sacred, a time for rest and reflection. So when the 7-day-old child is mentioned, it is referring to this day of rest. This day of rest symbolizes the need for calmness and stillness in our minds to seek and find our inner child, that pure and authentic part of ourselves. It's as if we need to pause and take a moment to reflect quietly before embarking on this inner journey. To discover our true inner nature, it is necessary to calm the mind through mental tranquility. When our mind is in a state of calm, we can experience the present moment fully, without the distraction of thoughts about the past or the future. This state of consciousness leads us to a sense of eternal unity, where everything is connected, and there is no separation between the first and the last. We need to raise our consciousness, which means being more aware and present in every moment of our lives. This implies living in a way that reflects Jesus' teachings during his time on earth, adopting a non-dual approach. Non-duality is a concept that suggests everything in the universe is interconnected and is a manifestation of the same divine being. It means seeing beyond apparent differences and recognizing the underlying unity in all things. Living non-dually involves transcending the artificial divisions we create in our minds and experiencing reality as an expression of unity and love. Just as Jesus taught to love and accept everyone without judgment or discrimination, living non-dually involves cultivating compassion, forgiveness, and understanding towards all living beings. It means recognizing our connection to the universe and treating others with kindness and respect, knowing that we are part of the same divine reality. By raising our consciousness and adopting a non-dual approach in our lives, we can find greater inner peace, mental clarity, and a deeper connection to the world around us. This allows us to live with more authenticity, compassion, and love, following Jesus' example and positively contributing to the well-being of all. After exploring how we perceive the world around us and how our experiences and beliefs shape that perception, we can conclude that in this saying of the Gospel of Thomas, there is a call to reconnect with our purest and most authentic essence. This connection is symbolically represented in the concept of the inner child, which holds the key to understanding our true nature and finding the very source of life. The symbol of the 7-day-old child reminds us of the importance of rest and reflection in our inner search. It represents a state of mental calmness necessary to explore our deepest essence and experience reality without the distortions of our ingrained prejudices and perceptions. This inner search leads us to a state of consciousness where we experience a sense of eternal unity, where everything is connected, and there is no separation between the first and the last. This connection to our true essence and spiritual origin, represented by the place of life, invites us to question our ingrained perceptions and open ourselves to a deeper understanding of reality. In summary, the message calls us to explore our inner power and reconnect with that pure and authentic part of ourselves to achieve a deeper understanding and a more intimate connection with God. And thus, in all aspects of our existence, experience a life filled with prosperity, peace, abundance, and happiness. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to share it. I am not here to define love, as it is something that goes beyond words. However, my aim is to remove any barriers that prevent you from feeling and experiencing the presence of love, which is your natural state.